Hello my friends and welcome to Mystic Star Magic. I am beyond happy that you are here as we find out what do people say about you. So this is a timeless reading, so whenever you find this is the perfect time for you to watch it. It is meant for you right now. So if you're new, welcome. If you're an old-time friend, welcome back. So we do have 4 piles. Let me show you each pile. We have this pile number 1, this is pile number 2, this is pile number 3, and this is pile number 4. We have oracle cards and tarot, and I'm gonna actually this is all oracle cards, and I'm actually going to do the tarot later, live while we're, while we're doing it here. If you want to find out how to book a personal reading, check the description down below if you want to find out all about the oracles that I'm using. Also down in the description down below. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, all down below. There's so much information down below. And there's also going to be some more videos if you want to go check those out. And also check me out on IG, Instagram, and also TikTok. I'm becoming more active there. So if you want a little extra more, go ahead and, check me out there as well. All right. So with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and clear our mind as we inhale, close our eyes, and now as we exhale and open our eyes, choose whichever pile draws you to it. Which one is it? And remember, you can pick more than one. Okay, let's do this. Hello, group 1. Alright, so what do people say about you? Alright, so we have the Shield Maiden. So this is a big one for you. So what I feel like is people say, well, they love your strength. First of all, this reminds me a lot of the Strength card. Oh, and actually the Sword, Queen of Swords energy as well. So you could, they love your strength, they do. But they also feel like you might be a little hard to approach. They feel like, wow, like I actually feel almost like I'm like saying like, wow, she's like, she or he's so cool, but like from a distance. So it's like, it almost feels like that. But they do feel like, I feel like they can come to you if they need, like if they have problems and stuff. Basically, I feel like a lot of admiration is coming. That's what I feel like a lot of people have for you. Admiration. It's a little fear, but mostly admiration. I'm like, oh, a little scared, but it's okay. It's okay. Let's continue on. Let's see what other stuff. Resolution, yeah. So once you set your mind on something, you make it happen. So, and it's kind of this energy, like a very much. So this is kind of like a warrior, but it's a different, and I do feel like the highlight is the shield. So for me, that's letting us know that it's like you do have a little bit of your defenses up. You do put a shield up, and that's why I feel people feel a little bit like they can't approach you, but they do, like a really admiration. There's like a great lot of admiration here. So we do have resolution. So like, and they actually see the process of like, once you've decided on something, you go from one level to the next, like they see the progress in you. And I really do feel like they admire a lot of you right there. I also feel like I don't know why, but I'm feeling like you connect well, like you can kind of be a guiding light to them sometimes, like, and you serve as an inspiration for them. I also feel like yeah, some of you are very like they also feel like a little bit occulty with you, or like mystical energy from you as well. So this is like fascinating. Let's see what other things are coming for you. So alignment. So I actually feel like that's sometimes you feel, because although like alignment is something that you do strive for, I almost feel like sometimes you are not as aligned. I feel like what I'm seeing here is that you take on too much. So you just kind of, you carry too much of like a 10 of Wands energy, like you carry on too much. And so that can kind of make you not aligned as well. I feel like they always feel like you're taking everything on. And sometimes I think they're like, why don't you like let us help you a little bit? But you're like, nope, I got this. So then there's that misalignment there. What else? Yeah, I feel like carrying all those things. Those are like all the responsibilities. You just feel like you have to take them on. And I feel like people are saying, no, we can help, but you know, I think you push them away a little bit because I feel like maybe you're not used to that kind of energy of giving. I think you probably feel like you have to do everything yourself. Look at those. Look at how they totally admire you. Courage, wisdom, success. They look at, I mean, like, and the owl, there's, again, I really do feel like sometimes some of them are like, how did they, like maybe you say something about them, or you have some sort of, like, to me, it's like psychic abilities or some sort of like strong intuition or sight that you might actually say something to them, and they're like, wow, how did she just know, or like predict something for them as well. So I do feel like that's a very strong, and they do it. They just admire you. Look, and there's gold there, like impossibly quite abundant as well. And if you are very abundant, if you've gone big in whatever profession you are in, they admire that. They don't see like, oh, they don't think that you just, you know, like got that out of luck, but they see all the effort you've been putting in, all the work you've done. So they admire that a lot. Look at that strength. Yeah. Look at that. Those are all, it totally is. And and there's this, yeah, there's a fieriness to you. So I feel like people think you might be, initially, they think you're a bit cold. Isn't that funny? And aloof, and maybe like, especially with, I feel like connecting with others, but then they really see the strength of you, and then they actually see that there is passion there is fire. I feel like you are also very creative, coming through with that as well. You have offering. This is interesting to me because this offering is like, I feel like you offer your services to others. You also maybe are how do I say it? Like, offer your services to others. You're also, I feel like, very much into like trying to maintain tradition. Not tradition is not the thing. You try to honor like, you're definitely honor ancestors, but just like you have a great sense of honor, and so you seem like that first. So you're honorable to your family, honorable to your friends. Like there is this great sense of honor coming through, and you do like those that you do allow into your circle, those, even those, you do keep them at a little bit of a distance, but you take care of them. Like they're like, you feel like they're family, like, you know, like you watch out for them as well. Like that's the candle too as well. Like, oh, you are definitely are. We have the Baroness. So I feel like you do have like multiple sides to you. You kind of keep a lot, again, a lot to yourself. You hide a lot behind this like a mask, but not in a bad way, not like you're hiding secrets or anything. It's more like, I feel like you hide the vulnerability of you, because I feel like you feel like you have to be very tough, you have to be very strong, you have to be, and you know, like it, and it's like the have to, and I like, again, you take on so much, and so it kind of, this is the energy that you do give up. And again, you see how it's like being covered up. There's a sense of always trying to separate yourself from others. I understand that a lot, though. I get it. But again, very strong energy, very strong, lots of strength, like, but it's just like, whew, very much a Queen of Swords energy coming through. And then we have divine timing here. So maybe you have really good timing, or you're very punctual, could be, or like, timing is important to you, like you yeah, I don't know, I feel like more like you're very punctual, like you're like, oh, You have to do this, like, you know, like I said, once you set your mind to something, you do achieve it. You don't just give up on it. You keep going. Where other people are like, oh, you know, no, you go for it. All full in. All right, let's see what other things are coming for you. What else? What do people say about the collective of group 1? What do people say about the collective of group 1? What do people say about the collective of group 1? 9 of Cups. Oh, so yes, successful. Yeah, but we already saw that with the goat. So you are very successful. You're almost like, there's this sense of wish fulfillment coming as well. But again, it's sort of, isn't it interesting? To me, it's very much like this offering. Maybe you do like have an altar. Maybe you do offerings like you actually do offering with an altar, because it seems like, or you have like rituals that you do, and that's a part of something that is important to you, and then maybe people notice or see. Let's see what other stuff. What else? What do people see, and what do people think and say about collective of group 1? 10 of Wands. I told you, 10 of Wands. You take on you take on so much. And it just feels like, oh, you don't have to take it all on. You can, get help a little bit. Hierophant. So again, teacher, wisdom, like this energy. You have like a wisdom to you. Like people look up to you and they want your insight on many things. Because they feel like you know it. Look at that. Look at that. Six of Pentacles. Again, offering, giving. You are very giving. You provide for others. The offering of like, you offer your service, offer like maybe just give to others, maybe donate a lot of time or money. You're just a giving nature. Even though you keep people at a distance, it's like you have a very giving, and actually even say here is this warm kind of, so I think is kind of what you hide a little bit with this Princess of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. I think you have a lot of creativity and a lot of passion in you, but you do put that, to me it seems like you kind of hide it a little bit. What that's like that like you hidden passion inside you, because people definitely do think of you as a little cold, but I think once they know you, once they actually like past that initial like barrier, they will actually see how like passionate, kind, and even very, I almost feel like almost childlike energy coming through here. Very, very beautiful. Oh wow, group 1. That's beautiful. That's one more. What else do people think about you? Six of Wands. I was thinking that you were going to get the Six of Wands. Very successful. But again, like I said, it is not because you don't get the success from like it's luck. No, I mean, wish fulfillment, but I feel like people see that you work for it. It's not like they're like, oh no, it's people like they got it out of nowhere. No, they hear that you've like worked for it and you deserve it. Let's see what are, okay, this one just wants to, let's see. Sorry, I'm like, oh, look at this. Alright, so we have the Lily. This is from my Lenormand dice. And that is all about purity. But you know what's funny about this is that it's about purity and like, old age and stuff, but it also is about passion as well in there as well. We do have the mask again. Because I do feel like you wear a mask, and then I think the mask is this, where maybe you have a serious face where you're like, are you gonna mess with me? Isn't that funny? So we do have P, we have W, we have V. And to me, P, W is like power, V, C, and then double P. Well, yeah, so I don't know why this is like power. This one I'm not there, so here we go. do as you would do done to. Almost too simple, but this is all you need to get by. So like do unto others as you would have them done unto you. And I think that's something that you know. And like I said, this is the coin. It's like abundance. You are very abundant. I think, yeah, and you're also very giving of that abundance. You share it with others. If I were to just recommend one thing is, maybe allow, like, don't take on so much 10 of the ones. Like, you don't have to take it all on, my friends. Because I feel like there are other people that are willing to help you and you know, help you carry that burden, whatever it is. But overall, people just admire you. So kudos to you. Very powerful energy. So I really enjoyed this. So let me know if this resonated with you, and if it did, please do consider subscribing, liking the channel. Liking the video. It really helps my channel grow, and I appreciate that a lot, and I appreciate you. I thank you so much for sharing your energy, sharing your time, and of course sharing your journey with me. Until I see you in the next one, bye bye, my dear friends. From my group 2. My friends from group 2. I could talk, I promise I can. Alright, so we have this energy right here of the medicine guardian. So this is kind of your healer, right? Be open to healing information. I feel like also, like, people see you, it's actually quite interesting. So maybe you work in the health field, if not, definitely you heal. They quite strong here connection with your heart chakra. So strong emotions. I feel like when you're out of balance, those emotions can be a little bit blocked. But when you're in balance, you connect to people from this place of love and love and abundance coming through here. So that's why I feel like people come to you whether it's like some sort of like emotional healing, so they can come and they talk to you about things, or whether it's like when they're not feeling well somehow, they're like, oh, come, you're their go-to person. Like I feel like you're very much a go-to person for them. I also feel like some people might say that you have like angel-like energy. That's beautiful. Let's see what other things are coming out. Let's see. Okay, so we have decision. Ooh. Make sure I can actually see it. So what I feel like, well, maybe you're really okay. All right, so this is what I'm seeing here. Maybe you help others make decisions. Like, you're very good. I don't know. I feel like this energy is like you take things very seriously. Like, you take things seriously. It's probably the way the face is. It's like there's a seriousness to you, and you do want to help. There's a sense of wanting to help others, and so like you also have this clarity to you. Like you can kind of see things. Like you use your heart and also like your intuition to decide things, and you also help others. Now, what's interesting to me is here there's the empty cup, though. Like, I feel like there's a sense of like, like I said, I feel like depending on how it is with your emotions and how your heart chakra is, because sometimes I feel like people can get to know you, and like I said, you're definitely a healer, and you have this like when your heart chakra is aligned, very much giving, you have this sense of like abundance, love that you give. But when it's not aligned, it's sort of like there's that empty cup feeling. So I feel like you go through between those. So that sometimes you're really optimistic, and maybe sometimes you're kind of pessimistic. Like half full, half empty. And that's just depending. Like, I feel like that's kind of like your moods. So wouldn't call you moody, but I just feel like you maybe an empath. So sometimes you also gather other people's energies to you, and so you have that. So you need, like, I would recommend like trying to find that and making sure you use definitely heart chakra protection. And so we have restless. Yeah. Okay. So we have this energy of and here we have the cup here. It's filled. Maybe you like coffee a lot, but it's a sense I don't know, it's like how do I describe it? It's a sense of, again, it's like when your heart is in a line, your emotions are kind of I don't want to say all over the place, but it just, they fluctuate. Okay. And so when you feel that there's a certain time when you just wanted to move around, you just kind of have this energy, almost like with the maple leaf here too, is a sense of like there's a sweetness, but the coffee is like a little bitter. I don't know how it is, but I feel like you have these two energies to you, and then people actually notice them. They're like, oh, because you, and then you also have this, you have like dependable, quality, and conventional. And I feel like for me it's more like you're dependable, and you have that energy, and there is quality too, but then you also have this other side of you which is like restless and just doesn't want to, like, maybe you take on too much of other people's energies too much, because I do feel like, to me, you're an empath, and they might feel it too, because a lot of people, I feel like, that they just kind of gravitate towards you, especially people with like dramas and people who need some sort of healing. They're just like attracted to you. You just attract them to you. And so I feel like sometimes you and like especially those type of people who are like can't decide for themselves, and then yet you help them make that decision. But it's, for me, it's like, so they kind of, too many people are often depending on you, and you're so nice that you're just like, so sometimes you get restless, and for me, I feel like if I were, that was, I'm not saying that it's you, but for me, when I have that, so that's happened to me in the past, I go into hermit mode completely. I don't know if you do. But let's see. As a preference, so maybe you have, maybe people also notice that, again, the quality here and the preference, it's like, and decision lets me know, I feel like you have very like higher standards, you want quality things. People notice that as well about you. I also feel like you are cute. Like, look at this, like how cute is this guy? I feel like you are aesthetically pleasing to others. Again, there's a lot of energy coming towards that. People are very attracted to you, whether it's because they need help or because they want some sort of healing. I just feel like you attract others a lot to you, and people know. So you have community. I feel like I said, I'm just feeling like masses of people just heading towards you, and they're like, oh wow. So, but for some reason, I feel like there's a sense of you, like that there's an introvert energy as well. So you're like, sometimes you just gotta take a breather, and that's the restlessness, where you're just like, I can't just like have it all, everybody just kind of all the time. So then I feel like I almost feel like you just kind of like, okay, stop for a little while. So definitely for you, some self-care is needed. So we have short of trials. So you've been through it. I feel like you either, yeah, this is the energy. People have seen that you've gone through something that, like, even though, let's say, stuff happens in your life, you kind of overcome them. And there's a beautiful, like, energy to that. There's also a sense of a lot of people, like, they're drowning, they all come to you. I don't know why, that's the energy, and they just feel like, ooh, here, yeah, you're their hope. They're kind of like coming towards you. You're the rainbow for many people. And so I feel like, ooh, ooh, ooh. It's just an overwhelming feeling, because it's like, wow, it's so attractive, or like, I feel like you're the light that kind of attracts all these people. For some of you, though, they might even notice, like, maybe some of you are mediums, connecting to that other side, that comes through here. But let me just say, people are attracted to you. Ooh, and they're like very much like they feel the, without you here, it's like that's how they feel, like and you kind of give them hope. You're this energy of hope, like really beautiful light energy. But I feel like that for you, I mean, I'm not saying that they think that, I just feel like for you, you might also need like a little bit of time, definitely some sort of social work or some sort of like healing work where you just care for others. Let's see what other things. So see what the tower has for us. What do people think about the collective of group 2? What do people think and like say about the collective of group 2? What do people think? Say about the collective of group 2. 5 of disc. So maybe you've gone through a lot. But for me, it's funny that I don't think that's you. I feel like you're the actual, like, the help that, like, whenever they're abandoned or wherever, or maybe you have gone through a lot, but I really feel like for me, it's like that you're the light for them, the hope, the things that, you give them that. Let's see what. Okay. Queen of Cups energy. That's interesting. I guess that makes a lot of sense because there's like, I feel like the emotions, the very intense in terms of like, it can go either way. Maybe for some of you that you're Cancer sign. But I feel like emotions, intuitions are very strong. Oh, look at that. Oh, Princess of Swords. Now that's interesting to me because then there's a sense, okay, that goes with that decision. And where is that? What else is there? Decision and preference. You can be like, you're very, like, I guess, like, loving, kind, but there's also a sense of that sword energy there, which is with the decisions, with the you can also very spoken, like, speak a truth maybe, and not in a harsh way precisely, but very you kind of cut across. If people are struggling, you kind of, you do give them hope, but sometimes they need a little tough love, and you give them that as well. Let's see what else. And it's also that energy of the restlessness as well. Oh wow, 3 of Swords. So maybe I feel like maybe for some of you there was pain in the heart, like you, like I said, it's this energy of when your heart is right, like aligned, when it's like open, it's this energy of like giving kindness, everything, but then there's also this other energy of where if it's not, it sort of like puts up not walls, but it's like pessimistic. So I feel like maybe that's that, but to me it's also like people come to you, like heartbreaks, they all come to you for advice. And the Prince of Cups energy here. Ooh. I feel like that, yeah, like maybe they like sort of like you're their knight in shining armor. Like I feel like other, it's this energy of, oh, how do I say it? Because there's a lot of water signs here. We have Scorpio, and then we have the Queen of, which is Cancer. So I feel like there's this energy, lots of emotions very strong. We could see that with the heart center. But it's also like flirtiness, maybe. Also with the Scorpio, though, very intense. I almost feel like I said, I just feel like people are attracted to you, like in all sorts of ways. Like, oh my goodness. And maybe your kindness can be perceived as flirting as well. I hope that makes sense. I want one more card. Like, tell me one more thing, like what do people think or say about the collective of group 2. The full energy. So you beginning powerful. Maybe that's the restless energy too. Like you just kind of go off on. But I feel like that's the, even if you've had the shore of trials, even if you have like stuff, you do usually pick up and go forth. It may take you a little bit of time though, just because I'm like, ooh, oh boy. Yeah, these guys, one, let me see if I can get them. Okay. There we go. All right. Right here. So we have, yeah, this is like dependable to me. This is, of course, this is like the sense of dependability. But I feel like sometimes you get overwhelmed by that. Q, C, This is a positive sign. Yeah, you are their positive sign. There's that sense of that rainbow. I feel like you're very much a hope for others. So especially like maybe if you've been through it, people recognize that, and just like I said, I feel like people are always attracted to you. You help them solve the puzzle, or you really like, you know, you help them make that decision, and or you come to that, you have dreams. And this is actually, you know, following the dreams, yes, but it's actually, I feel like, again, highly intuitive, a very strong empath energy here. Heart is so important. Yeah, like there's a sense of like heart love is important here, wish fulfillment, and then you have, yeah, look at that heart. So maybe you're romantic. With the Prince of Cups, that makes a lot of sense. So for some of you, maybe that like there's a sense of like, whoa, this person is like romantic, like you like being in love, you like, you know, the idea of love. Maybe sometimes your heart is broken, but you just get back up and you keep going forward. Yeah, like I feel like those are the two sides to you. Sometimes you can, when you're feeling overwhelmed, especially emotionally, you can become a little pessimistic, but naturally you're more optimistic. You have this full energy, which is just like optimism. And when you're a little tired or overwhelmed, you can speak a truth in a little harsher way. But again, it's like speaking. You need to like release that. You know, especially you communicate very well. Okay. I hope that makes sense. If you did like this reading, please do consider subscribing and liking the channel. It really helps my channel grow, and I appreciate it. And I, of course, I'm very grateful that you're here spending your energy, sharing your time, and well, spending your energy, no, sharing your time, sharing your energy, and of course, sharing your journey with me. Until I see you in the next one, sending you lots of love and lots of light. Bye bye, my dear friends. Oh, group 4. Oh, by group 4, I meant group 3. Hello, group 3. I'm so happy you are here. So we have actually, you have 2 different cards that let you know about your energy. I remember this one. So we have Peacekeeper. So let go of the need to be right. And then the Grail Knight, which is romance, illusion, seeking the secret. So for me, this is definitely a Knight of Cups energy. So maybe people consider you like a romantic, but they also feel like, for some of them who like, you know, like really pursued you and kind of, things didn't pan out, they might think that you're like, there's illusion there, like they were disillusioned by you. Not anything big, but I feel like there's a sense of like you're looking for true love, you're looking for something substantial, something that's real. Yeah, like, and I feel like that's something that's important. So Peacekeeper is, so I think you probably are very much, you like to keep the peace, but sometimes with this let go of being right, I think you had to learn how to let go of your need to be right, or maybe you're in the process of it. So you're learning how to be happy versus being right, and you're choosing one or the other. What else do I want to say? Buffalo is abundant, so you're also like probably very much an abundant person as well. I also feel like solid. I feel cozy and cuddly as well. So for some reason, those are the kind of things I'm seeing here. So yeah, let's see what other things people say or think about you. Okay, we have release. So that for me, again, it's like sort of like an Ace of Cups energy here. And though it's saying release, I feel like for some of you, I feel like you have that, like I said, you kind of idealize maybe things a little bit. So by that I mean, so relationships, maybe you're looking for that perfect relationship and you haven't quite figured it out. And so you kind of go from one to another, you know, trying to find that perfect love. And I think later on, if not already, you have discovered that that ideal perfection. You need to release that perfect. There's always going to be there's always going to be a little imperfection in things, and that's kind of what makes them exciting. So I'm not sure if that's what makes sense. Yeah. I also feel like there's a great sense of love and emotion coming through. Like you feel like all this love is just kind of overflowing. So I feel like some of it needs to be released, and I feel like some of it needs to be released back into you as well. Yeah. It's interesting. Endurance. So you have a lot of, you can endure a lot, but like some people are also, I feel like, I don't know why I keep seeing like you're a flirtiness coming through. I feel like, ooh, there's like all these people just waiting to like maybe go on dates with you. I also feel like with that endurance, you one thing at a time you kind of go through. Even though like there's a whole thing that you're stacking up, you do focus on one thing at a time. Yeah. So that's how you can kind of get things done more like that. Look at that. Comfort, support, and safety. And that's, I feel like, you do have that. Like I said, there's a coziness to you. And maybe that's why there's a sense of attraction. But I feel like with that cat, I feel like there's also a sense of you're very independent. So although you're looking for that love, you're looking for that something substantial, something real, you're okay by yourself. And I think that's something that other people might not necessarily can't say that they appreciate, they can't say that they appreciate it, they want to, like they want that. Oh, my tummy is making noises, sorry. But at the same time, they're kind of dependent on you, or they kind of want, they feel disillusioned because you can kind of decide that you don't want to have to go and, you know, follow through with anything. Like you're like, I can just, you can kind of pick up and go. Or they're kind of like, oh, you know, I'm not sure if I'm being clear with that. It's okay. We'll work it through. Basically, I just feel like you have the ability to be by yourself. I feel like you're looking for this ideal love. You have all this thing, but it's not the end of all and be all. It's just something that you kind of do. And you rather be by yourself than be in something that doesn't make sense to you or that isn't right for you. And that's the sense of release. An ancestor coming through. So with this, the ancestor, for me, it feels like you're deeply rooted. I almost feel like there's a groundedness to you. And again, it's sort of like this peacekeeper energy of yours as well. It's like I feel like you connect to the abundance of life. That's what I'm seeing. And possibly, yes, ancestors are very important to you, but I feel like there's a sense of like you take nourishment from nature, and you nourish nature back. It's like there's a symbiotic relationship there. I also feel like you're very unique in this sense, and I could see why you attract others. Unfinished business comes out. It's like, I feel like I said, it's like, this is the funniest energy, because I feel like you have this ability to kind of just like, okay, if it's not working out, if you're not happy, or if it's not going the way it is, maybe you don't even, the peacekeeper in you, you don't actually even say goodbye to people. You kind of just ghost them. Maybe for some of you that makes sense. But I just feel like there's a sense of like a lot of like, oh, you have a lot of cords. People connect to you because, like I said, I feel like you're very, people are just attracted to you in terms of like cozy, comfortable. Like there's something about you that just attracts others. And it's sort of similar to group 2, but it's or group 1, actually group 1, but it's, or is it group 2? Well, one or the other. I think group 2. But it's different in the sense that it's like, I feel like relationships, you're almost want to say a heartbreaker a little bit, and not a badly meaning one. It's just like you're not gonna stick around just because, you know, like you really are looking for something. You really want something substantial. You're looking for that. And so if you feel like this, whatever it is that you're right there, whether it's a relationship or friendship, it's not working out for you, you kind of let it go. But I really do feel like you might just ghost people, or just kind of like, oh, or you just finish it without really explaining it, or they just don't understand. And so this, I feel like there's a lot of unfinished business. For some of you, this might also be like that you kind of like take on different projects and maybe you don't finish them all. But I don't feel like that's true. Like I don't know why I don't feel that's true, but I don't. So we have Lady Summer. I feel like, look at that, it's like there's so much I feel like beauty. I wonder, like, probably people find you very attractive and beautiful, but it's also a sense of the summer is fun. There's I feel like there's a flightiness, but not a bad flightiness. It's like you want to have fun, you want to really experience life, and so I feel like that's sort of like how you are, like even though that's the night energy, is the Grail is more like a Knight of Cups. There's this flirtiness, there's this fun aspect to you, and I really do feel like it's hard to like kind of pin you down a little bit. And guide, yeah, I feel like you might guide others, but I feel like you have your own internal guide, and you're guided by something. Like you have, if you sort of like you have an ideal, you have an idea of what you want, you have an idea of what it is that, you know, like how it feels right or not, and then that kind of guides you as well. Like, cool. And there is that with that summer lady as well. There's a sense of a lot of abundance. Like you are very abundant, you have a lot of love to give, you have a lot of like good qualities, and people, I feel like, are really attracted to you in many ways. But I think what happens is that when you move on, they might not like it so much. What do people say or think about the collective of group 3? You have the Emperor energy. Yeah, I guess that, like, very much like a I don't know what it is, but I just feel like there's a sense for me of you like just being very attractive, and then people just wanting to be there. But you have this sense of like, even though like the Emperor is all about stability, I just feel like you know what you want, and if it doesn't align with that, if you're not just gonna stay there and do it, you know, just to make the other person happy. Like, I like that about you. It's like, oh God, you know what you want, you know, so you're going after it. Okay, let's see what other stuff. What else do people say or think about the collective of group 3? 10 of Disc. Maybe family, abundance. Well, there's a sense of stability. Maybe that's what they would like with you. You walk away. You tend to walk away, my friends. I can't, like, that's, yeah, you have that energy about you. When you feel those cups are done, you just kind of walk away. It may be sad for you, but you're looking for something, and they think, you know, that's what it is. You also have the King of Swords. There's a coldness to you, maybe, or you can cut off. I think that's not a coldness so much as it is like you can walk away. You have that ability to just be like, okay, that's what I need to do now, and you move forward. Yeah, very intelligent as well, huh? Interesting. Like, what do people say or think about the collective of group 3? 10 of Swords. I'm so sorry. I don't think that's you. I think that's how people feel about when you leave them. I'm so sorry. That's the energy where it's like, they feel really bad. Oh man. I understand why. You're like really, you know, like to them they're like, oh my goodness. And I feel like you have that, but you kind of keep going. You're like, oh my God. You break people's heart. You're a heartbreaker. Alright, I'm sorry, but that's what it seems like you are. I do, however, want to see what's this 10 of Pentacles doing here. What's this 10 of Pentacles doing here? 10 of Pentacles doing here. Okay, I'm beginning to see. Yeah, so I feel like this is what you actually are looking for. You want that stability. You want that love. You want that thing, and so and you're willing to be patient for it. So I feel like what the energy here and what they may or may not even recognize, but I feel like this is what you don't settle. You don't settle just to be nice. That's why there's that King of Swords and you have the Emperor energy. You don't settle. You know what you want, and that's what you want. And so you're willing to walk away from stuff, even if it's like painful, because that Eight of Cups is still painful. You're willing to walk away from it if it's not right for you. And so what I see, the Ten of Swords and the Three of Swords, is that you may hurt yourself too in the process, but I feel like I said, you are looking for something substantial. And so people who, whether you end friendships or whatever it is that you just walk away from, they actually do miss you. And this just means that you're really awesome and really wonderful. And of course, sometimes people want to keep us with them, but that doesn't necessarily mean that, you're like I said, you feel like you have a calling for yourself. And so that's what I kind of feel like that's what it is for you. I wanna more of this guy. Okay. All right. Yeah. You have a heart of gold. You have a heart of gold. People really you. Just love a lot, and I feel people get attached to you a lot of that way too. So you have EQB. I feel like you have a high IQ. So like I said, very smart. You have excited, maybe you like flowers, I feel like you take care of things, that is endurance. I feel like but you do one thing at a time, right? You do have this, you know what you want, and you have this that you're planting and you grow it. You inspire others very much. People are attracted to you. You have this other people are like moths and you're the fire. We have, look at that. We have the pumpkin, abundance. I almost feel like for some, like for everybody, but it's like something that people just, there's a comforting in you. You say yes to a lot of things. You're willing to try things. But like I said, once you've moved on, you moved on. There's fairy energy, and that's, I actually feel like lots of sexy energy for you, but I also feel like there's a sense of, like I said, there's a sense of flightiness to you. Not a bad flightiness, it's just that you're looking for something, and I feel like you're kind of, trying different things until you find it. Playfulness as well, there's a strength of playfulness. So, and I don't know, what I feel like people really admire, how do I say it? That maybe not admire is not the word. People are very attracted to you. People really want you in their life. Yeah, you really have that energy that you just kind of call people to you. But then people also are hurt by when you move on, because like I said, you don't settle, and I think that's, I don't know, I admire that quality in you. And with this, again, there's a sweetness to you. You may give, you gift onto others, especially when you're dating. I just feel like when you're meeting people in the beginning, you just you treat them really well. You they just kind of grow really attached to you really quickly. But then if you don't feel right, then you just kind of move on, which leaves them all those sword energies there. Okay. I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do consider subscribing and liking the video. It helps my channel grow, and I really, really appreciate that. I am so grateful that you are here, sharing your energy, sharing your time, and of course, sharing your journey with me. Until I see you in the next one, I'm sending you so much love and so much light. Bye-bye, my dear friends. My friends from group 4. So glad that you are here. Yay. Let's see. So you have this heart guardian. We have love and let yourself be loved. So maybe that might be something your lessons in life right now, about loving yourself too. So I think you are a very loving, very caring person. For some of you, there feels like you have a lot of sexual energy. People see that as well, but I just feel like people think of you as just like very kind and like compassionate. Yeah, maybe sometimes they worry that you don't take care of yourself enough, and that might be something that's coming through. Well, you have two of these guys, so you have opportunity and you have nurture. Yeah, so you're very nurturing, and then you have a lot of, I actually feel like you create a lot of opportunities for yourself and for others, like that. I love this because I love this deck because there's so many, for me, Ace of Cups here energies. So you do have this, like, I feel like you just are, heart is important, emotions are important, you nurture others, you support others, and they are very grateful to you for that as well. You have surprises, but look, they're surprising. There's different qualities to you. I feel like there's different layers or different all of these. I feel like those might be aspects of yourself. There's different aspects of you that they discover as they get to know you more. So, but overall, their first impression is this very like nurturing, very giving, very loving person. Yeah, I just like, oh, maybe that has a lot of opportunities, that has like a lot of success coming through here. You're very dependable, reassurance, confidence, but more of like reassurance. You have this dependability to you. I feel like very much, I'm thinking a Queen of Pentacles energy. Very much so, like you're there, but I feel like there's more to you than that. There's like, this is what they see, but there's a whole other level to you. And the fact that we can't actually see it yet, it's like, I feel like you don't show it to everybody all the way. Again, look at those. That's Empress energy there with the creation, but it's also like, to me, the creation very creative. So I feel like there's many layers too. I really do. I'm hearing Shrek. It's like, they're like an onion that you have all these layers. So there is this sense of like, you have creation. For some of you, maybe you're moms, or maybe you would be a perfect mom. Again, because again, you're so nurturing. But like, people like this creation aspect of it. Now, I'm not sure if that codependency, so if you're the codependency on them, or if people are codependent on you. So you can suffer from codependency, though. It could be like, maybe you attach, like, there's this sense of wanting to take care of others, and feeling that's the way. I feel like that's how you think love is, like, that people have to depend on you, and you have to like be there for them, and if you're not taking care of them, then like, there's that need of wanting to be needed. I kind of feel like that's something. And then you have the Warlock. See, and here I'm just gonna put this here as well, the secrets. I do feel like there's so many layers here too. There's surprises, and this is the important thing here. There's surprises here with that Warlock, as actually what to say. And the secrets there, surprises, secrets. It's like there's aspects of you. Most people are like, oh, it's so good. She's like, or she or he is so kind and nice and compassionate, and people are like, wow, and they appreciate your creativity. But I feel like there has to be more. They're wanting to know this like shadow side of you. They're like, it can't be this. Like, it's just too much. It's like, this person's too. I almost feel like they're like too saintly. Is what I'm seeing here. So with the Warlock here, I'm actually going to say that I feel like they want the shadow side of you. Like, and for me, it's like this Warlock is not necessarily a shadow side. I just feel like there's a deep underneath strength that you have. You'll probably have connection with the crow there. You probably have connection with the mystical side as well. I feel like you get how do I say it? Predictions, dreams, that are signs. You have secrets that are, like, this is also like ancient secrets. Like, there's a level, I feel like people want to know this other side of you, but I don't feel like you let others in. You don't. You show them this other side, but there is like another one, which is again very strong. So this is the skull energy for me. So maybe for some of you, there's like a occult is really calling to me. What else is here? So I'm seeing like there is spikes here. There's the sword. So I feel like you don't let people in too deeply. Like you rather people depend on you than you depending on them. And there is like a sense that if people try to like if they try to get into, let's say, like trying to get into your secrets, trying to, you know, like get more information, you will definitely have your defenses up. You will not, it's not something that you share. It's very strong because I feel like, whew, and you do, I really feel like you connect. You have a lot of wisdom in you, like this. Like you don't even, it almost feels like like you're also blocking me a little bit of like knowing more, but because it's this energy of it's blocked, there's more to you, right? And with people saying, with people do, it's like some maybe think like there has to be some darkness here because they can't just be this good, but I feel like you might just be, for some of you, star seeds or something where it's like, you know, like there is just that good in you, but you do have power and you have the capability of being very powerful, but you keep that in check. Very interesting. This is an interesting pile. All right, let's see what other stuff. So what do people say or think about the collective of group 4? Nine of Wands, yeah. Again, there's this defense. You put up a wall. Very giving. You don't mind people depending on you, but you will, like, nope. You do not let people in, my friends. And it's an interesting thing. Like, wait, let's see. What else? What other... what do people think or say about the collective of group 4? King of Wands, passionate, creative energy. Yeah, very much independent. It's very interesting. Going to see what people say or think about. Queen of Wands, wow. Counter, balance. Which is like, for me, is like, whew. So you have a balance of divine masculine, divine feminine, and you could actually see that. Maybe that's the warlock balance in that. So I feel like you have the balance of shadow and light within yourself as well. Definitely are very kind of independent, very creative, very passionate. You can even see, like, look at that, all the fire. What else? What do people say about the collective of group 4? 8 of Wands again. Look at that. You move things along. Things go fast. For you, you think about things and then you come up with solutions, because that to me is like somebody who thinks about things. Wow, very much maybe entrepreneurial energy. And there's the, I was waiting for her. Queen of Cups energy. There's a lot of feminine energy here, but what I'm seeing here is that Queen of Cups, very giving, very kind, but there's another sense, like I feel like there's an intuition, a lot of psychic potential here. That's what I'm saying here, and maybe people can see that as well. And I also see how you also balance the water and fire, two things that I almost feel like you have this sense of balance of like unexpected things. Yeah, okay. Anyways, I'm clumsy. Okay, what else? What else do they say or think about the collective of group 4? Death card. Yeah, so okay. It's very strange to me because I do, again, there's a sense of death coming with the warlock again. So somehow you're connected to death. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, like, there's a sense of could be like I said, medium, or like some psychic ability here. Talk to the dead. There's also a sense of like you have a lot of endings in your life where you just kind of, there's a growth process here. But I for me, it's I almost feel like people want to know the skeletons in your closets, and I feel like, do you have some? I feel like there is a sense of also needing to clean out things. Like you just, yeah. Let me actually, I want to see something. Why is this warlock here? Sorry, it's like an interesting character. Like, why is this warlock here? Magician energy. Okay, yeah, you're a manifester. But you're a manifester. I really feel like you almost like your shadow and the light for you. It's like you work with different energies. I almost feel like people like admire you, but well, they're surprised by the power that you have. Like you have a lot of power, like energy drifting inside. They're surprised by how like you can get things done. You use a lot of creativity to solve problems. This is the energy. You also have this. You do have this walls up. You guard yourself off, but you're determined. That 9 of Wands energy. You have a lot of determination. You do have entrepreneur energy. You don't fit into like. I almost feel like them trying to figure you out is something like you're a puzzle for them, because there's so many aspects. So there's the first layer of you is like this very kind, very giving, which is your natural state, I would say, like very kind, very giving, there for others. But there's so many, like there's other layers that as they want to get to know you more, but you kind of block them. Nope. This is like you have your own internal world of like you trying to understand yourself. And there's no space for others there. It's very interesting. But again, like I said, this warlock, this magician energy, the crow there, like there's some sort of like truths or some sort of like, I feel like you communicate. You might even communicate with birds or understand them as well. With the death card though, like there's like, and like I said, to me, mediumship maybe, but it just feels like there's a sense of like you clear up stuff a lot. Like if it doesn't work, you just kind of like it's over. Different from group 3 though. This is fascinating. I'm sorry. Let's clarify that death card too. There's so much power in you, my friends. There's more to you than meets the eye. Oh, right? There's secrets too. Oh, I like you. Collective of group 4. What is this death card in here? Sorry. It just was, sorry, this is not. What is this death card doing here? That would make sense too, but I want to see. What is the death card doing here? Ace of Cups. Okay. Almost feels like, well, the card that I kind of rejected was the 3 of Swords. I feel like there's the death card is that, so I'm like, and why I rejected that. This one really wants to come up for that death card. Okay, so 4 of Cups and Ace of Cups. I feel like, and this kind of goes with that 3 of Swords. And why I didn't pick that up was because that just kind of kept coming through, and I could see why the death card was, but it just wasn't resonating. But anyways, you don't need to hear all that. 4 of Cups energy here. I feel like that's what it is for me. It's like even the 3 of Swords energy comes through here, but what the 3 of Swords energy, which is not here, but I decided to take, is probably that you do tend to, whenever you get the state of apathy, the state of like where you just can't, where you just, and this is something that you go through, where there's a state of apathy where you just feel like there's nothing there for you anymore. You end things. It feels like you almost like the scythe, right? The scythe just kind of unexpectedly suddenly just chops everything off. You chop off all dead wood very in such a way because you want this Ace of Cups, you want a new beginning. So I feel like for some of you that is true of like relationships as well, or with connections with people. You do cut this when you feel that there's a stagnation there, you cut it through, which is similar to group 3 here. And so there is pain there as well. But you want this Ace of Cups. You want to continue. I feel for me, what it is about you is that you're continually growing. And you want to grow. And you want to learn. And you want to expand everything in so many different aspects and ways. So then that death card comes and you have to but you can't keep growing and still holding on to certain things, especially let's say the past. You can't keep doing that. You kind of chop it off and you keep moving forward. That's the energy I feel for you. And I really like this pile. It was the pile I was going to choose for myself. So it's yeah. It's this is an interesting pile. Okay. Enough about me. Let's go ahead and do this reading for you. Okay. So we have this. Alright, we have reindeer, unique, stay positive. Yep. I think people see you as you're very gentle and everything, but I feel like there's another aspect to you. They're very strong as well. VPV, so double B again. Wish fulfillment, the magician energy, manifestation, proposal. I feel like that's a sense of loyalty coming through, but I just feel like there's a proposal there for you. You can be cranky at times. That's cool. And you have the sense of adventure, but I feel it's more than a sense of adventure. It's you're looking for answers. How do I feel I feel almost like you're Dorothy. Is it Dorothy? Yeah, Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz, and you're trying to you want to really understand everything. And so I feel like you sometimes you do adventures, but I feel like you're trying to get the higher perspective. You're trying to almost find your way home. The leaf, uniqueness. Again, there's a sense of great uniqueness here. Rudolph, positive. We have anything else? Yeah. People think that you are really nice and gentle, and that's really nice too, but you have a different side. You can be cranky. You can, you can do that, and you have a way to actually cut off things. So look at that. You have wish fulfillment twice. So a lot of wish fulfillment with the creativity as well here. All right, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for watching Group 4. I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do consider liking and subscribing. It helps the channel grow, and I appreciate that. I am beyond grateful that you are here. Thank you for sharing your energy, sharing your time, and of course, sharing your journey with me. Until I see you in the next one, sending you so much love and so much light. Bye-bye, my dear friends.